If it's in Hampton Roads, it's on the Hampton Roads Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, the greatest show on earth is in Hampton Roads, and to celebrate the occasion, Ringling Brothers and Barnum & Bailey circus ringmaster Jonathan Lee Iverson is here, and he's brought the magic of the circus with him.
All right, then we're going to quiet it down just a little bit with the Virginia Symphony Orchestra. They're wrapping up a stellar concert season with the grand finale weekend, and you know what? Now that I think about it, it's not going to be quiet at all. The music of Styx will be performed, including the lead singer of Styx, and also they've got a great performance for families and children, so something for all ages.
And we're going to fill your belly this morning. Chef Christopher Brown from Stratford University School of Culinary Arts is back in the kitchen today, whipping up a fresh and delicious dish for all of us this morning: chicken with mango salsa.
And it's Green Week on the Hampton Roads Show. We'll get some great green decluttering tips from our organizing whiz, Amy Volk.
You know what? If anybody was at home kind of resting, they just now woke up with that intro. That was awesome.
I was ringmaster for a moment. It was fun.
That was cool.
It was kind of neat.
Yeah.
And we're going to sail away. Come sail away with Styx.
Well, you know, we were talking before the show that the show is very, it's almost like a performance-themed show, because we're talking a lot about different kinds of performances, the circus, the symphony, and one of the world's greatest performers, one of the world's greatest showmen, passed away yesterday. Everybody's missing Dick Clark today. His family said he had a massive heart attack. And he had an outpatient procedure earlier in the week, and you know, he had a stroke back in 2004. But I mean, this is just somebody that, when you talk about somebody for every generation, I mean, you know, America's oldest teenager, my parents remember him, I remember him, you know, even younger people remember him, know who he is, because of some recent comeback kind of appearances that he's been able to make. But Dick Clark did pass away yesterday. He left his wife, Carrie, and their 3 kids. So we're asking this morning as a hot topic, you know, what does Dick Clark mean to you? You know, what is your memory? Certain people of a certain age will remember American Bandstand. For others, it will be New Year's Eve or some of the game shows. And, you know, he's very inspirational because he started, you know, at the bottom, you know, behind the scenes, and worked his way to being a top-notch producer, you know, calling the shots and hosting as well.
And a very savvy businessman as well. He started his own production company, and he did put together, like you said, the game shows. Remember the $10,000 pyramid? That was always a neat show. And the thing I'll remember most about Dick Clark was his voice, and he was so smooth, and he had such a great delivery in everything he did. So Dick Clark, we're missing you today. But
what I think is neat is, of course, all the generations that remember him, like you said, some from American Bandstand. I remember him from the New Year's Eve special, and he just paved the way. People like Ryan Seacrest, you know, American Idol last night, they you know, paid tribute to him, and then he passed the baton down to him. But I mean, he helped kind of, you know, even with the Color Berry on American Bandstand, had you know, a lot of bands perform, and Michael Jackson was on as a young kid.
Oh, man.
Chuck Berry.
I think a lot of people
remember
the
controversy.
The good. You know? The good. He did a lot for definitely the music industry.
Wow, he's around a long time, too. America's oldest teenager. What a neat tag that is. All right, well, let us know your thoughts today on Dick Clark passing, and we'll be remembering him today as well.
Yeah, and hey, so also kind of keeping with the performance, this is very interesting, but for those of you who listen to rap and remember Tupac Shakur, the rapper, he was shot 15 years ago, but if you were at this Coachella Music Festival, you would have to do a double take and say, wait a minute, because this is a 2D image. It's not a hologram, but it was a 2D image that the folks who put on this music festival created. I mean, look at that. It looks super real. It showed Tupac performing alongside Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg, and he was even saying, like, you know, Coachella, make some noise. It was as if he was there, but it was just interesting because the folks who created this, they pulled together performances by looking at old footage, and then they created the animation that incorporated characteristics of the late singer's movements, or even thinking about taking it on tour. And the stuff that they used to be able to create this image dates back to, it says, the 1800s. In an older version, an actor would hide in a recess below the stage as stagehands used mirrors to project the image of a ghost. Well, obviously now, 2012, it's a little more sophisticated, but it's just like, you go to a concert, I mean, anyone who, you know, listens to Tupac, they play his music. They've been playing it since he passed away. People will say, Tupac's not dead, but it just kind of poses the question, who would you be interested in seeing kind of come back in a performance in a 2D image? you know, like a Michael Jackson or, you know, Beatles.
Elvis Presley.
Elvis Presley.
Bring Back the King. It's really weird. I mean, it's kind of like
crazy.
science fiction is really here to stay, and that's something that you know, the movie The Matrix was all about.
Yeah.
You know, are you really looking at the same people?
Put your hand through.
And here it is. I mean, it's just, you can bring back anybody. It's kind of creepy.
It is kind of creepy.
It's very creepy, actually.
We put the YouTube video. It's had like 10 million views.
Yeah.
It's on our Facebook page under the Hot Topics. So if you haven't seen it, click on it, check it out, and just see for yourself, and let us know what you think about that.
Who would you like to see come back?
Well, you said it. I think Elvis, since I missed it completely. But I'd have to give that some thought.
Yeah.
You have to give it
what I would want to
some
see in a
thought.
hologram.
3D image.
Well, we want to know your thoughts, right?
And I guess we should, well, you can do that at Facebook, or you can follow us on Twitter at HR_show. And I guess we probably should confess that all this time people thought they were looking at an actual meteorologist.
It's a 2D image. Carrie, you can put your finger right through his head. See? Look at that.
You know, Kara,
Good though,
I've got you figured out. I think you would instead want you kind of superimposed into Rocky IV.
Yeah,
Instead of like
in the ring with Rocky Balboa.
Yeah, it's his favorite movie, so she would like to be
in his corner.
You know, yeah, there you go.
You know, just like, you can do
Maybe
it.
a towel gal.
Yeah.
And he takes a couple shots at you right there.
Yeah, but when the
Give him a
Drago
shot.
comes over, I would just like stab him in the calf or something. You just put me in there when he comes in.
I'd like to see John
That
Wayne.
might be
I think
too
that'd be
violent.
cool. They did a commercial with John Wayne where
John
they kind of did that, and it was pretty neat how they did it. I think that would be neat to see him kind of superimposed.
Yeah.
So
And,
real.
maybe even
But that's
doing, like,
weird
an
though,
action
in a
flick or
live
something.
setting though. You know they can do anything
Yeah.
on television graphic.
Yeah.
You know, they can put
It was
anything together for a video,
concert.
but
And he
that
was
is weird.
walking across the stage. Like, he wasn't in one stationary spot. He was
Or on the
literally
screen.
just walking across the stage.
Creepy.
I think John Lennon left us too early.
Yeah.
Bring John Lennon back.
There you go.
Yeah.
Another good one, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see what we got for today. No superimposing here. We got the right weather. Temperatures in the mid-60s. We had that rain this morning, but it's all out of here now. Partly cloudy skies. Friday, 73, looking real good. And nice weather there. Saturday, a few late showers and storms, but Sunday's wet. High on Saturday, 80. High on Sunday, 69. So some changes there. All right, many ways to take off is the first clue for the pop quiz today. What we breathe, amount of force from an engine. Amount of force. A Phantom 2, Thunder Chief, and a Polaris. So put those clues together, thehamptonroadshow.com, and submit your answer, please.
Gosh, some lucky winner is going to receive a pair of tickets to the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series 400 at the Richmond International Raceway on April 28th. Tickets are on sale now. Log on to RIR.com for more information. And, oh my gosh, if you're a NASCAR fan, you better get that right.
Plus, also, everyone who enters our pop quiz trivia all this week will automatically qualify for our Green Week grand prize. It is that fantastic, stackable, space-saving, and sustainable cookware from Natural Home Merchandise. We are going to be giving that away tomorrow.
All right, in the kitchen today, Chef Christopher Brown is back. He's the department chair from Stratford University School of Culinary Arts, and we're making a chicken dish, and everybody will be grateful because we eat so much chicken and it's hard to come up with something new to do with it.
Well, this is actually a really nice, light, semi-healthy dish. We are using the good old-fashioned olive oil, and we're going to be using fresh mangoes today. And one of the things that a lot of people don't know how to do is work with a mango because the seed or the pit in it is so large.
All right.
So later on, we'll show you how to work with a mango.
Okay, we'll get started on our recipe in just a little bit, and we're also going to find out a little bit more about what's happening with Stratford, a new campus, a new place for folks to learn. So we've got a lot to talk about today. We'll get started in just a little bit.
All righty, time now for our Hampton Roads Show Pet Pal of the Week, and want to thank our friends from Pet Armor for helping us bring you our pet pals every week. Pet Armor is the same flea and tick protection that you trust, about half the cost. This is Isabel, a 3-year-old sweetie pie. You can adopt our Pet Pal of the Week. Call 622-3319 or log on to norfolkspca.com. Look at this happy little puppy. Just got a treat once more.
Hey, also, quick mention, the 30th annual Norfolk SPCA Dog Walk is going to be coming up. That's going to be Saturday, May 19th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at ODU's Coffin Mall. Register today at norfolkspcadogwalk.com. All right, still ahead on the Hampton Road Show, charisma doesn't even begin to describe the energy and electricity that ringmaster Jonathan Lee Iverson brings to the Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus. You're going to see exactly what we mean as he joins us in our own version of a 3-ring circus here on the Hampton Road Show. But first, it's Green Week, and our resident organizing whiz, Amy Wolf, is here with some eco-friendly decluttering strategies that you can put to use today. Stay with us. Welcome back, everyone. The Hampton Road Show is always trying to help you organize your life and go green. Amy Volk with Simplified Living is here to help us manage our space. So glad you're here because you always have some great tips.
It's fun to see how we can we put organizing in every area of our life. So, you know, in honor of this Green Week, we want to talk about reducing and reusing when it comes to organizing. So let's start with mail because it's always everyone's issue. So number one is you can stop receiving junk mail by going to a site called catalogchoice.org.
Okay.
This will stop you from getting catalogs, unwanted catalogs that we probably get. I get 5 or 6 a day sometimes.
Yeah.
And so you can go on there and you can register, and it will stop any of this junk mail. And
Catalogchoice.org.
Catalogchoice.org. So that's number one. Number two is there's a second site called dmachoice.org, and this is such a cool concept. You can go onto this website and you tell it what kind of mail you want to receive. So if I want to receive coupons from this specific company, I can do that, and then not get other kinds of mail. So it lets you go on, and it's called, the DMA is direct mail.
Okay.
And so it helps you determine that's going to stop you from getting all this junk mail.
So you choose what you don't want to get and choose what you do want to get.
Yes, so that's a really great concept.
Okay.
And let's talk about magazines because there's not a client's home that I go into that they don't have too many magazines. And the reality is we can realistically with our lives maybe read 1 or 2 a month. So pare it down to 1 or 2 a month and then cancel all those other subscriptions because you end up getting all of this stuff and throwing it away or trying to recycle it. But you're not reading or getting to most of it.
Gotcha.
So in the mail category, those are some really huge things. And then lastly, when it comes to reducing is try to go digital as much as you can with your bills. So sign up for all your statements to come online and then pay your bills online. It's another way to reduce all the paper waste.
Yeah, and a lot of the companies say, do you want this option to go paperless?
Right.
And just click, yep.
Say yes.
Good to go.
Yes, I do. So let's look at reusing things. This is such a fun category for me because when we are helping folks get rid of things in their home, you know, sometimes they'll have maybe this special coffee cup that someone gave them and it has a memory. Well, I always say, well, let's see how we can reuse it somewhere else. So could it be a pen jar?
I guarantee everybody at least has the coffee mug pen jar.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Reuse it. Put it on your desk. If you love this piece, even if it's just a pretty cup, put it on your desk. Put cotton balls in it, Q-tips, make it a change jar. So instead of saying, oh, I got to get rid of all this stuff, how can you repurpose things? So that's one idea. This is something I did last year. This was a tray I had. I didn't really like it anymore. So I put chalkboard paint on it. And now it's like a little message center. I will write myself notes.
Get out of town.
So just take some chalkboard paint so you reuse that without having to.
Yeah, that is a great idea.
To reduce.
Okay.
That's repurposing.
I like that.
This is an old picture frame. I loved the frame. I didn't want to use it as a picture frame. I stapled just some screen to the back, and then you can use it to hang keys from, jewelry from.
Really?
So redo these picture frames in all kinds of ways.
That's a great idea.
So that is reusing things.
Okay,
There's a
really quick.
website called freecycle.org is the big thing I want to tell you about. It's like Craigslist, only everything's free on it. So say you just moved in, you have boxes, put them on FreeCycle, say come pick them up at this address, and you put them out, and it's a way to recycle things for free. You get what you want, people get what they want.
All right, all of those websites, we will definitely have those on our website, and we're going to link you to Amy's website, all of her information at thehamptonroadshow.com. Some great tips, as always. Amy, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right, now in the kitchen for some great cooking tips from Chef Christopher Brown. He's the department chair from Stratford University School of Culinary Arts. We're going to be making a chicken with a mango salsa today, and you said it when we were talking about the recipe that a lot of people kind of pass on using the mango because it's perceived, and maybe it has a bad reputation, as being difficult to work with.
Well, it does have it's a misconception. It's very, very simple to work with. The first thing we want to do with the mango is it does have to be slightly firm, but we're going to take off the bottom and we're going to take off the top and go straight through. Now we have a nice safe work surface so it won't roll on us. And I'm just going to follow this right down around the contour of the fruit and just push it out of the way as I go. I've seen people try this with a peeler. I go with a knife personally. It's a lot easier, a little bit safer. Now, here's where we run into issues with the mango. As you can see on both sides, there's this huge stone or seed in there.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go right down either side of this, pull the sides right off.
Because down even close to the seed, it seems like it's kind of grabby.
It is. It's actually got a little bit of pulp in there that's very, very fibrous.
Yeah.
Now, while I finish dicing this up, I'm going to have you actually start on the salsa itself.
Okay.
Now, I've got some pre-diced mango here for you.
Thank you for that.
And we're going to go ahead and I'm going to have you combine all that mango in there.
Okay.
And we're going to put about a half a tablespoon of all the fresh herbs and vegetables in there. Have some lovely small diced red onions, garlic, red bell pepper. Now, I do want to caution you with one ingredient. It is this one right here. This is a fine diced jalapeno. Now, I like spicy, so I'm gonna trust you on this one. As spicy as you like. You're not going to burn me. It's wonderful stuff.
We'll do that if it all stays right in the cup. I'm just kidding.
Oh, no,
I tend to be kind of wimpy, but I won't make the decision for everybody here today, so we'll step outside my comfort zone a little bit. Cilantro. And we'll put all the ingredients that go into the salsa, too, at thehamptonroadshow.com.
Now, one of the interesting things about jalapenos also, if you are a little bit cautious about the heat on that, you can pull out the seeds and the white part, which is called the pith, and that's where the heat is.
Oh, all right.
So you'll get a nice mellow heat from that.
Here we go with it.
Go ahead. Don't be shy.
Just like half of it. I put half of it. Now, am I supposed to be putting in all of the rest of it?
No. The cumin's a bit on the strong side.
Okay.
And we'll just put in about half that red bell pepper.
Okay. I did just put a little shake of that, and then salt and pepper. Just
a little bit.
Oops.
Just a pinch. There we go. It's all right. We can.
Sorry.
That's all right. We can get that. So anyway, what we're going to do
Should I try to take some out?
No, it's okay. We're actually going to water this down just a touch. If you can go ahead and add that lime in there, just give both sides of that lime a little squeeze. And I am going to go ahead and just add the rest of the mango to it.
Okay. And then do I put the garlic and onion in?
Yep, just a little bit of both of those.
Okay.
A little bit.
I'm glad that you're not. I'm glad you're not Gordon Ramsay, because I think I'd have just been fired. Just a little bit. Okay.
Creative license. Here's the rest of the mango. Now, again, with everything that I do, especially with summertime, go ahead and start mixing up, especially with the summertime light and fruity flavors. I really like to use a very nice mild white wine with my salsas as well.
Okay.
I'm just going to put about a tablespoon of white wine in there.
You mean light, fruity, salty, and peppery?
Yes,
in this case.
It's going to really bring out the flavors. So what we can do is we can just go a little bit lighter on the seasoning when we do the chicken.
Okay.
So,
well, who knows? Maybe it'll be okay. Maybe it won't be a total disaster.
It's perfect.
Here.
So take a look at those beautiful colors we've got in the dish now. We have all these fresh flavors, these bright, crisp greens in there from the cilantro. So this is a traditional fruit salsa.
Is this something that you want to make ahead of time and let sit for a while?
Absolutely. You can actually make it about an hour to an hour and a half ahead of time. Let it just sit and ripen in your refrigerator.
Okay.
And the flavors intensify. They get a little more mellow sometimes. Depends on your main ingredient. But it just gets better.
Okay. All right. We'll get to work on the chicken when we come back. Thanks, Chris.
You're very welcome.
All right, going green can mean saving green, especially when it comes to your home's heating and air conditioning. And the folks from R.S. Andrews Heating and Cooling are experts on how to keep your home and wallet comfortable in all temperatures. And here now to tell us more is Quality Manager Hunter Tyler. Okay, let's talk about the HVAC system and how much energy it uses.
You know, on average, you're using anywhere from 40 to 60% of your energy bill over the course of a year is through your HVAC system. So it's a significant amount.
That is a lot. What types of systems are available for the green-minded consumer?
One of the newer ones is a solar-powered HVAC system where you're actually using solar power to offset some of that energy bill that your HVAC system is using. And one of the more traditional ones that people sometimes overlook that want to go green is the geothermal, which is actually using the Earth's temperature to condition the temperature in your house.
So with solar and geothermal, I know it works hand in hand with the HVAC system, and you guys work with both of those.
Yes, we can install both types of systems.
And how much of that are you seeing nowadays? I know people are trying to be more
It's more and more common. The geothermal is, of course, I think the favorite once you really see the benefits and the long-standing, service that we've had from geothermals. There's a lot of experience there. The solar's a little bit newer. The geothermal is probably the strongest one in our market.
But most people are more traditional. They have the systems outside. But talk about some of the programs that are available to go green.
Well, that's the wonderful thing is that you can really go green with your existing system. You can actually think a little more green with what you have right now. And the way to do that is have it properly maintained. It'll make it more efficient. Your outdoor unit that you see with the fan spinning around, have your lawn care guys, have them cut the bushes back a little further, make sure there's air getting around that to make it efficient. When we're out to clean it, we will actually clean that coil down, which makes when the air goes over it, that makes it more efficient. There's several things you can do by just maintaining your existing system that'll make it more efficient. Even changing your air filter makes it more efficient.
Okay, you talk about maintaining your current system, and I am guilty, like a lot of people, of not staying on top of it. How often should you maintain your system?
Really and truly, you should get on a maintenance agreement, and that will include 2 visits per year. And that way your system gets ready for the summer heat, and it gets ready for that winter usage as well.
And we were just talking moments ago, you said that a lot of people it's getting ready to be busy time. Once those temperatures get up in the mid-80s, everyone wants to turn on the air conditioning. Now's a good time to service it, isn't it?
You know, it is. And that way you find out what's going on with it sooner. You know how it is. There's people out there right now that are thinking, man, when I turn this thing on, is it going to work?
Right.
You know, turn it on, get it started, let's look at it now. Now's the time.
And if you need to replace your system, now's a good time too, because you won't be uncomfortable.
Absolutely. The temperatures right now are comfortable outside. Now's the time, if you're going to have a little bit of downtime and have a new system put in, have it when your home is comfortable while we're working on your system.
Any more tips to consumers out there that are looking to save a little green before the summer kicks in?
There's a lot of programs available right now. There's rebate programs that manufacturers are offering. If you're doing something like a geothermal or a solar, government has rebates for up to 30% of the overall cost. There's just a number of things like that people can take advantage of right now.
Most important, just stay on top of it. Keep it serviced, keep it clean, and get it ready for the season, right, Hunter?
Absolutely, and have that agreement with someone like R.S. Andrews that is going to be there. We're going to put you as a higher priority because you're an existing customer of ours. There
you have it. If you want to get in touch with Hunter or R.S. Andrews of Tidewater, you can find him at SaveMyHVAC.com or give him a call at 488-9611. Hunter, thanks so much this morning. Great advice.
All right, buzzing in with my girl Kay Theory, talking it's a whole performance show if you think about it.
Yes.
So one of the hot topics, of course, Dick Clark passed away from a heart attack, 82 years old. But we want to remember the great, the good, so we posted, you know, when you hear his name,
what do you think of?
Look
at that fashion. That's awesome.
That is great.
Well, you know, he started with American Bandstand, and you know, and that was a local show, just bandstand. And then it went national, and then it became American Bandstand. Then he got the nickname America's Oldest Teenager. And no matter how old he got, he always did have that spirit and an enthusiasm for, you know, entertainment and entertainers. And he's,
so many people he's worked with, and
he just never became an old fogey. You know, it just didn't happen to him.
Carolyn Hayden, she says American Bandstand, of course. Robbie Hickman says I automatically start singing the song, which I would do here in tribute, but it wouldn't be too pretty. Cassie says New Year's Eve, I grew up with that guy and American Bandstand. PJ says New Year's Eve, rest in peace, Mr. Clark. Elise Webb, American Bandstand, of course. American Bandstand, a lot of American Bandstand New Year's Eves. Jesse Ray says he was labeled the world's oldest teenager, a man who always wore a smile and counted us down into another year. He's the man who we all call America's icon, and he will be missed. It's just instantly, Twitter just blew up, you know, with all of these celebrities and artists just paying tributes and saying their thoughts to Dick Clark. So,
and big shoes for Ryan Seacrest to fill. Yeah. But you know, he's filling it with Dick Clark's blessing, so that goes a long way with fans.
All right, straight ahead with a top hat and more sequins and sparkles than you could imagine. Ringling Brothers ringmaster Jonathan Lee Iverson joins us on the Hampton Roads Show, and he is bringing the razzle-dazzle.
All right, speaking of razzle-dazzle, the Virginia Symphony Orchestra is rocking out with their final concert of the season. Up next, find out why their grand finale will have you saying, Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto.
Good.
Do you know what that means?
No, I don't. All right, don't forget about our pop quiz. Today's winner will receive a pair of tickets to the NASCAR Sprint Series 400 at the Richmond International Raceway on April 28th. Tickets are on sale now. Log on to RIR.com for more information. Just log on to thehamptonroadshow.com. Click on the pop quiz button on the top right-hand corner of the screen. Yeah.
We should probably talk with the folks at home, too. As we're back on the Hampton Roads Show, the Virginia Symphony Orchestra is wrapping up their concert season next weekend with something for every generation. Here to tell us about their exciting finale is VSO President and Executive Director Eric Bornstein. And it's nice to see you again.
No, good to see you, too. Thank you.
We said the end of the season is bringing something for all ages. So let's start with the grown-ups, I guess, of a certain age who love the music of Styx, or maybe you've introduced it to your kids as well. But this is going to be quite a performance, too, because the lead singer is coming to join you.
It is actually Dennis DeYoung. He's the lead singer. He wrote most of the songs. He's that iconic voice of Styx.
Right.
And so they are a mega group. And so we're going to be able to perform a lot of their music, which had orchestra on the recordings anyway.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of folks will remember the song there, you know, Lady and Domo Arigato, Mr. Roboto. They may not think of that as a symphony song, so what will you do, or is that the whole point of a pairing like this?
It is the point, and people don't realize that orchestras or kinds of orchestras were used on so many of the rock group iconic recordings that we all know. We did a Beatles show last year.
Yeah.
It's all about orchestra recordings and arrangements. And so Dennis is touring around with orchestras right now, and that's why we picked this up, because we're hearing the arrangements are fabulous.
Yep.
The use of the orchestra is wonderful. And it's this iconic music.
And it might bring a new audience into classical music.
Right. Well, we hope so.
Yeah.
I mean, the Virginia Symphony is our hometown orchestra.
Yep.
So it's our obligation to find ways to attract new people to connect with the orchestra.
And very recently, in her first edition of the All Access segment that Ariane's going to do for the Hampton Roadshow, she visited with the symphony that was doing a show just for kids, and I know you've got a special family event also for as part of the season finale.
We do, thanks. That's also our final family concert of the season, and it's water, water everywhere, just like Hampton Roads.
Yeah.
And so we're going to be performing music that all families, all kids will recognize from our classical repertoire. And if you come an hour early, there's a lot of activities at Chrysler Hall before the concert, including a sand artist who we're looking forward to working with as well.
We've heard about the instrument petting zoos where kids can get their hands on an instrument, just what it sounds like.
Thank you, yeah.
All right, so we will put the information, again, those pre-instrument activities for the peanut butter and jam start at 2 o'clock. Now, both of the events that we talked about today, Dennis DeYoung and the Music of Styx, is at Chrysler Hall Saturday, April 28th at 8 o'clock, and then the peanut butter and jam concert is also coming up for the family, Water, Water Everywhere, on Sunday, April 29th. Pre-show activities starting at 2 o'clock at Chrysler Hall. We'll put all the information about both shows at thehamptonroadshow.com. You can also visit thevirginiasymphony.org to get more information. And congratulations on another wonderful season.
Thank you very much, and thanks for this opportunity, too.
You're very welcome.
Still ahead on the Hampton Roadshow. Now, we've been building up the excitement, and it is almost time. Ringling Brothers ringmaster Jonathan Lee Iverson will join us next.
And remember, you can adopt our pet pal of the week. That is Isabel, a 3-year-old from the Norfolk SPCA. Call 622-3319 or log on to norfolkspca.com. Isabel! Hey! Hey!
Welcome back, everyone. Saturday, of course, is World Circus Day, and it just so happens that Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus will be in town.
Yes! And no one knows the magic of the circus like our guest, Ringmaster Jonathan Lee Iverson!
Introduction, I love it. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, come on out. It's World Circus Day on April 21st. You don't want to miss it. It's Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey's Dragons at the Hampton Coliseum. We're having a good time here in Virginia.
Jonathan, do you believe in dragons?
Do I believe in dragons? I do believe in dragons.
I saw a dragon.
Yeah, I bet you did, see?
I saw a dragon just
No, we went last Friday evening, and it was awesome.
Of course,
And
142 years with the longest running hit show in the world, man. We had to come up with something new. So we said, let's create a dragon.
Who's that guy? Is that you? Yeah, there you go. How many costume changes do you do?
Three. This is my morning
That's your
attire,
morning
as I
one?
told you. And I just lounge around, and
Roll out.
the
Is
wife
it-
really loves it.
Like, I know, like, you have to, like, take super good care of it, but I mean, the jewels, I can't stop looking at it.
Yeah,
That's
we have a marvelous staff that they take care of it.
Bling.
Right now, I can tell you, my wardrobe head, she's having a heart attack right now. I
'Cause you're
can't
sitting-
believe he's sitting down in that thing. I'm going to be sewing all night.
Well, I have a little bling up top, so maybe I'm
Yeah,
like,
no,
baby,
you look great.
baby ringmaster.
I feel a little
Thank you.
underdressed, actually.
Now, you all came last week, so, you know,
We were there.
tell the
Hey,
people what you
know,
thought. Tell
we
the
were there,
people
and
what
you know what? Look, we actually were performing as clowns. You know what?
Womp
It worries
womp.
me. Every time I go to the circus, it worries me. I think the lion tamer is going to get eaten. I think the trapeze artists are going to fall.
I was on the edge of my seat, and the guy that rides the motorcycles and the ladies are spinning at the. I was just like, this is, and they were right there, like they're right there.
Well, I see this over 400 times a year, and every time I see it, it's new to me. I feel what you feel. I know these people can do it, but I feel exactly the way you feel, and that's a great thing. I never get bored at work. I never do at all.
Do us a favor, and you know these performers better than we do. Describe these people, because they're truly amazing, Jonathan.
You know, circus is really the science of miracles. It's where impossible is impossible. These people are the zenith of human artistry and animal artistry. I mean, I work with superhumans every day. They talk to animals, they can fly, they dance on the back of horses, you know, and it's just, it's great. I'm really the world's luckiest fan. I get paid to dress well and run my mouth and act like I'm really important. But the truth is, I get to go out and tell everybody, look, Superman and Wonder Woman are in the building, and they are. They're just wonderful performers, dynamic people. I mean, give them a Nike contract. These people need endorsements.
It's amazing. They're amazing. But what's your background in performance?
Well, you know, yes. I actually grew up singing. I was in the world-famous Boys Choir of Harlem when I was in New York, and then I went to college, the Hart School of Music at University of Hartford. I was going to be an opera singer. That's what I was going to do. I graduated at 22. And I went out for an audition. I was going to raise money, go to Europe and study. And I ran into this marvelous director who so happened to be looking for a ringmaster for Ringling Brothers. And when he offered it to me, I thought, what would be the better pickup line? Opera singer or ringmaster? Ringmaster.
Nice choice.
Yes, and actually it worked. It got me my wife. She's been with me 10 years. She hasn't killed me yet.
And she's with the circus.
She is with the show. Yeah. She's from Brazil. I met her on the show. Wow. So you see, circus is for lovers.
All right, real quickly, can you teach us to be ringmasters?
I can do what I can.
What do we have to do?
Give it to us. Give it to
something that you just have to be born with. And you do have a glow. Oh. You do have a beautiful glow. So it's all about confidence. It's all about loving circus. You have to be a votary of the circus. So you dig way deep inside and you just look at the camera and you look at the people and you go, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, welcome to the greatest show on earth. And hopefully your sound guy won't kill you later.
And I like that intimate zoom that you got going on there. That's awesome.
Good luck following that, Ariana.
Yeah.
So hey,
I'm gonna let him do that.
Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus now through Sunday, Hampton Coliseum. For tickets and information, log on to ringling.com. Jonathan Lee Iverson.
Don't forget World Circus Day.
World Circus Day.
Saturday.
Dress up like a clown.
Loving the outfit. We have to take a picture. All right, hang out with us. Thank you so much for coming. All right, straight ahead on the Hampton Roads Show, we do have a very special edition of I Am Hampton Roads today as we introduce you to a world-class ballerina born and raised right here in Hampton Roads. We're going to introduce you to Melanie Hamrick and tell you how you can see her perform. That's coming up next.
And Wonder Woman is not in the kitchen today, but thank goodness Christopher is. We'll tell you how he fixed my salsa boo-boo, and we'll move on with our chicken recipe coming up. All right, there's another look at that nesting cookware that we're giving away. And here's another look at Chef Christopher Brown. He is the department chair from Stratford University School of Culinary Arts. And boy, he has his work cut out for him today, teaching us how to make the mango salsa and the chicken breast. And you know, here's the thing. I'm not great at math and overdid it a little bit with some of the ingredients for the salsa, which could very easily happen to somebody at home. And they may feel like, well, I've got to throw this all away now, but you fixed it.
I did. The easiest way to fix this, if you do have a tendency to overseason or really overseason, you can actually rinse it off with one of the primary ingredients, which is white wine, and that'll give it a nice little flavor to it. And then the downside of rinsing with the white wine is you don't have as much to drink afterwards with dinner.
Bummer.
But you can also use water or a little bit of lime juice to help rinse it off. But it's all taken care of and it's all fixed.
Perfect.
So, it looks beautiful and it's ready to go. Next, what we're going to do is we're actually going to saute the chicken. And I've got it sitting right now. I've dredged it in a seasoned flour with salt and pepper, a little sprinkle of cumin, and I'm heating my pan up right now with about 2 or 3 tablespoons of olive oil. Now, one of the things I've seen a lot of people do, which is very, very dangerous, is wet their finger and then they flick it at the pan I think all of our mothers are guilty of that.
Yeah.
You can have a lot of splatters. So the best thing to do is to actually take a little bit of your flour, and if it starts to sizzle up just like that, you're good to go.
Right. Did you pound that chicken flat, or is it thin sliced?
I did actually pound it this morning when we got in, and it's pounded out to about a 1/4 inch. And we're going to get that nice, beautiful golden brown on there. And while this is going...
Do you have another job for me, or have I been retired?
No, you haven't been retired. We're actually going to finish this off in the pan, but then I'm going to have you dress the plates up.
Okay.
So one of the really cool parts about this is most of the ingredients that you see here, with the exception of the mangoes, have been coming from our organic garden at Stratford. One of the things we've been really pushing is sustainable agriculture and farming from the field to the table, and one of the ways we do that is with our garden. We have a 600 square foot garden that we just finished planting, and we grow herbs, vegetables, all different types of things.
Is it a 600 square foot garden? Because that's like really popular now. People, even if you don't have 600 square feet, people can start gardening at home in containers and small spaces.
They can. One of the really neat things is you can actually take and recycle a 1-gallon milk jug.
Yeah.
If you cut it in half, if you don't have a lot of room at home, I do this on my balcony. I've actually got several of them with fresh herbs set up and them growing.
Perfect.
And it's just a nice way to recycle your milk containers.
And you've got another location opening, right, for Stratford University?
We do. We're actually getting ready to open up in Newport News on May 21st. It's our first day of classes. Still plenty of time to enroll. Plenty of time to enroll for that.
Now, do you teach lessons for people who are just kind of interested in learning how to cook, as well as people who are looking to go in professionally, or do you concentrate on those aspiring professional chefs?
No, we actually cater to both.
Okay.
We have our regular curriculum. We also, at the Glen Allen campus, offer Saturday short courses, which are open to the general public. We cap them at 12 people. They run for about 6 hours on a Saturday.
Yep.
And we do everything from Mediterranean to Middle Eastern. We've also done several holiday bread workshops that have been very, very popular with the locals.
That is Glen Allen, of course, a lovely area right outside of Richmond, not too far away. So, I mean, if you were going to go take that course on a Saturday, it's a perfect, you know, girls' weekend, or I don't know, girls and guys, couples' weekend, maybe to go up to Richmond.
Well, you'd be surprised. We get so many different people. This area is actually so close to everything. And this is something we're going to try to do and get started once we get the Newport News campus up and running.
All right.
So let's take a look back at our chicken. Now you can see we're starting to get a nice little crust built up on here. It's starting to get that nice color. Now, what I want to do at this point is watch my chicken very, very carefully so that I don't burn or scorch it, because I am on high heat. And that's one of my biggest fears.
And you can't rinse off burnt.
No, you can't. Not
Salt
on that
and
one.
pepper will go down the drain, but burnt is forever.
Now, one of the really nice things, again, I really like cooking with colors because I believe in this wholeheartedly. We eat with our eyes first, and when you have this beautiful chicken, you have the beautiful colors from your salsas, you're really going to have a standout plate. And that's simply what it takes. So, as soon as this is done in about another minute or so, I'm going to have you just top it off, and we're just going to feel this. And when you poke it, you see a lot of chefs just touch the chicken. When it's firm to the touch, it's just about done.
Okay.
So,
we're almost there. In the meantime, if you would like to find out more about Stratford University School of Culinary Arts, you can call them 873-4235, or you can go online at stratford.edu. They're enrolling. Classes begin May 21st. And don't forget what Chris said. If you are looking to enter the profession, if you would like to be a professional chef, this could be your school. But if you would just like to take some more classes so you know how to cook better at home, they will also cater to your needs as well. You know what? I'm going to let you go ahead and plate it up.
Okay.
We've got to move on to our next very special guest, but I'll be back with Chris and Ariane to give it a try.
all right.
All right. Thanks, Chris.
Thanks, Carrie. All right, well, now to a very special edition of I Am Hampton Roads as we introduce you to Melanie Hamrick. She is a local dancer who is living her dream today as a member of the Corps de Ballet with the American Ballet Theater. And this weekend, she is back in town to perform in ABT's Giselle. That's presented by the 2012 Virginia Arts Festival. Melanie, welcome to the Hampton Roads Show.
Thank you.
So let's talk about your background and how you got started in dance. Very young age. You said when you were like 3, you started getting into dance. Tell me about that.
Well, my sister started the whole ballet and for my brother and sister and I. And my mom, since she was always at the ballet studio with my sister, put me and my brother in classes as well. You know, when you're young, it's like creative movement type of class.
Which that photo was of you guys right there.
And then we all just got more into it, and there we are, my brother, sister, and I, my dad. And then it just kind of became something more, and my brother eventually stopped, and me and my sister, I went to Sandra Balistracci's school, Eastern Virginia School for the Performing Arts, and I started to, I not intensely train, but just become more serious, and realized, oh, I was only 7, but I was like, oh, I want to be a ballet dancer.
I was going to say, when did you realize that? You were like, hey, I'm pretty good at this. This is what I want to do, what I want to be, a ballerina.
My sister, when I was 7, she was 12, and she had already gone to a professional school in Washington, D.C., so at 7, of course, I wanted to do exactly what she was doing, and I'm going to be a professional ballerina, too. And I went to that school at 12 as well.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you've literally been dancing all of your life.
Yeah.
You've performed all over the world. What has that been like for you?
It's been an amazing experience to travel, see other cultures, learn about the world in the best way possible. It's my job, like, to just perform on these amazing stages, and but they give us time to go out and see the city, and they always have some kind of event where we are just really immersed in the culture. So
and you're back here. I mean, you're a Hampton Roads native, born in Charlottesville, Virginia.
Yes, but raised. I moved here when I was 3 months old, I think. Yeah.
Talk about where you're going to be performing this. It's coming up Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
We're performing at the Chrysler Center in Giselle, the full-length ballet. It's a very classical ballet. It's a love story about a girl who falls in love with a man, and he breaks her heart, and she dies of heartbreak.
Wow.
And then the second act, he goes to visit her grave, and all these women who have died of heartbreak want him to dance to the death. They want him to die as well as revenge. So I think it's the first act is a story everyone can relate to. It's you first love, and second act is when it comes the fantasy, revenge on you.
Dun, dun, dun. Well, it's neat. Your brother's in Virginia Beach, so will he be coming to watch you perform?
He will be. He lives in Virginia Beach, works at Salutrix, and he will be coming to the show. On Sunday, I'm dancing a soloist part.
Oh,
so
wow, okay.
He'll get to...
He's like, why did you put me on TV? We had to do it. All right, well, of course, the American Ballet Theater with the Virginia Symphony Orchestra, Giselle, presented by the Virginia Arts Festival, Friday, Saturday at 8 o'clock, Sunday at 2:30 in the afternoon, Chrysler Hall, Norfolk. For tickets and information, you can call the Arts Festival box office. That number is 282-2822, or just log on to vafest.org. Melanie, thank you for coming back, talking with us here on the Hampton Roads Show, and best of luck to you.
Thank you.
I learned something this morning.
Did you?
Yes, that you can't rinse burnt.
You cannot rinse burnt away.
But you can scrape it away?
If it's toast, but I think if the chicken burned, I mean, that's
true.
a tough one to recover from.
Is that something new that you've learned, or you've known that in the past?
No, I've known burnt is burnt. Burnt is just burnt. But the salsa, you know, I dumped way too much salt and pepper in it.
Did you?
Chris is being very kind. He says it wasn't that bad, but he tasted it and he made this face. And I think it was horrible. It must have been. Right.
He made that face like, you just failed your course, lady.
That's right. So,
okay, real quickly, we got to get to the buzz today. We're talking about the late rapper Tupac Shakur. He was at the Coachella Music Festival. A 3D image. There he is, a 3D image. He's been dead for years.
Oh, that's so creepy.
Okay, Ann Michael says Ann would like to see come back in a 3D hologram Kurt Cobain, along with Jessie Ray Eisenpress. Michael Goodliff says Princess Leia. Oh, that's right. Star Wars did have.
Oh, that's right.
You know, R2-D2, I think.
All right, we've got to move along. But Daniel said the crazy thing is he looked more alive than Snoop. Ouch! Ouch! Ouch!
All right, thanks for buzzing in this morning.
All right, let's go find out the answer to trivia.
Let's go. Let's go.
All right,
let's go.
Here with Jeremy Wheeler, the trivia master. We had the ring master. I guess we should call you the trivia
he was pretty
master.
loud.
He was. Did you see his outfit?
I did.
It was like bedazzled.
He was very sparkly.
Sparkly.
Catches your eye.
It does.
Got to differentiate from the elephants. All right, let's take a look and see what we get here for the 4 clues. Many ways to take off. Many. What we breathe, amount of force from an engine. And then Phantom 2, Thunder Chief, and Polaris. So,
poor Ariana.
What do you think?
She's just stumped again.
All right, that's okay. What do you think? You got this one?
I think so, yeah.
What do you got?
You're getting there.
Air.
Good.
Force.
And
Space.
Well,
Langley Air Force Base?
No, it's not.
It's the Air and Space Museum.
No, it's not. It's
What is it?
Air Power.
Come on.
Air
This
Power
is extra
Park,
satisfying for Jeremy
I
because
don't
none of
think-
us got it, and it was a postcard.
I don't think they have a Polaris at Langley. Polaris rocket So
what do I know?
One of the,
They got lots of things to take off.
Airport Park is cool. They just renovated it. They put a lot of, yep, they painted all the aircraft.
I'm going there.
New visitor center. Come on.
I'm going.
Go.
Come on, puppy.
Go then.
He's 2D. I don't know if he can go.
This dog right here wants somebody to take him home.
Isabel.
This could be your friend. All right.
She's cute.
All right, how would you and a friend like to head out to Los Angeles this May for the finale of the American Idol? It's the Fox 43 Finale Flyaway Contest. Here's what you have to do. Watch American Idol tonight at 8 on our sister station, Fox 43, and look for the trivia question. Then log on and enter your answer at fox43tv.com.
All right, the grand prize winner will be selected from eligible entries and announced on May 11th during the Fox 43 News at 10. The Fox 43 Finale Flyaway Contest is sponsored by Fox, Fox 43, and Newport News, Williamsburg International Airport. And of course, we told you about Isabel, a Pet Pal of the Week at the Norfolk SPCA. Just give them a call, 622-3319, or just log on to norfolkspca.com. Isabel likes Chris.
Aw, she's cute.
Like, give me a treat.
That's right.
Yummy.
Okay, so
your mango
chicken with
salsa?
mango salsa coming right up after the break.
Stay with
Can't
us.
rinse burnt. You can't rinse burnt.
Now you can find me.
Bye-bye.
Velvety Sport.
I love it.
Ariane loves cilantro.
So much that I would put it in cereal and eat it.
Carry it around
Very
with you.
good.
This is amazing. I
really like
Good job,
it.
Carrie,
Nice job,
on the
Christopher.
salsa.
Oh,
fresh, good flavor, good for you.
Good
Oh yeah,
girl.
it's a winner.
All right, we got some people to thank today.
absolutely. We want to thank the folks from the Virginia Symphony Orchestra for coming on today, talking about that concert, the music of Sticks.
Yeah, that's right.
We'll have to tell Ariane who they are.
The Virginia Arts.
The kids concert.
Yes. The Virginia Arts Festival. Of course, we just talked with Melanie Hamrick. Ringmaster Jonathan Lee Iverson.
That's right, and R.S. Andrews gave us some great green tips today, and everybody, thanks for chiming in on the buzz.
Yeah, and our thanks to you, Chris, for coming back. And don't forget about all the good stuff going on at the university if you want to learn to cook.
Yeah.
A new campus opening up in Newport News for Stratford U, so find them online or at thehamptonroadshow.com.
Who's going to be here tomorrow?
Who?
Comedian
Who's
John Morgan, the Raging Cajun, is back. Plus, he's well known for beating weight loss odds. Tomorrow we have spokesman Jared from Subway.
He's going to bring his before pants.
Yep.